Born Free USA is a not-for-profit based here in Sacramento, California. Part of the Born Free family of organizations, together with Born Free Foundation in the United Kingdom. We also have Born Free in Kenya. We have Born Free in Ethiopia and Born Free in South Africa. And it's an organization with two missions. One is to save animals from suffering and cruelty. And when I say animals, I mean wild animals. And the other side of the mission is to protect wildlife in its natural habitat. In fact, our slogan is "Keep Wildlife in the Wild." So, for example, here in the States, we will look at a number of main issues, such as the use of wild animals in circuses. Elephants being a top agenda item at the moment. There's a lot of controversy about the use of elephants in circuses, and the use of the bullhook and the use of chains on elephants in circuses. We look at wild animals in zoos, whether it's appropriate to keep certain species in the captive environment in a zoo, whether that provides educational information to the general public, whether it's good for conservation, or perhaps whether we should redirect our resources to the conservation of species in their natural habitat. We look at wild animals kept by private individuals as pets. It's interesting to note that there are more tigers held in private hands in the USA than there are wild tigers left in the entire world. And so we question whether the keeping of wild animals as pets, tigers, chimpanzees, lions, bears, is an appropriate pastime in the 21st century in our increasingly hectic and urbanized human environment. Then the flip side of the coin is we look at wildlife in its natural habitat, and a lot of that is done with our partner organisation, Born Free Foundation, out of the UK. We do wolf conservation in Ethiopia, we do tiger conservation in India, we look at elephant conservation in a number of African countries, we look at great ape conservation, gorillas in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and we also look at chimpanzee conservation in Uganda. So there's a wide range of different species that we deal with, a wide range of different issues that we deal with, but I think that they're issues that almost every citizen will find some resonance with. Born Free USA united with the Animal Protection Institute, a long-standing Sacramento-based 501c3, about 2 years ago. And that was the first time that I became the chief executive. I came out from the UK, and I've been working with my colleagues here in Sacramento ever since. And one of our objectives was to raise the profile of Born Free USA, the work that we do here in the city. And we thought, what better way of doing that than to engage with Sac State University and the PR program here. It hopefully is a relationship of mutual benefit to both parties. We would get publicity, we would get profile, and at the same time it would provide a useful real-life learning experience for students engaged in the program as they leave the program and move into the commercial world. I would be very happy to be coming back to the university throughout next year and actually working with the faculty, with the students, and with Professor Tim Howard on this whole issue, because I think that it is something that has a lot of mileage. It's got a lot of values in it, and they're values that both the corporate sector, the public sector, civil society, the news and media also have an interest in. After all, biodiversity, the protection of life on Earth, and the prevention of animal suffering is something that I think all right-minded people are interested in, and the more that we can get people to turn that interest into an action, into engagement, the better. It's the 25th anniversary of Born Free as an organization, not here in the States, but overall, and I started on day one, on the 19th of March 1984. I'm looking forward to the next 25 years. I'm looking forward to turning the great upswell in public interest in wildlife and conservation and biodiversity and habitats and the environment into real concrete action for animals all over the world, because I think it will be a tragedy, and I'm surrounded here in the university right now by a whole bunch of enthusiastic young people, and I think it will be a tragedy if those young people reach my age and look at animals only in zoos or in books or on the internet. I think there is a great satisfaction in knowing that you're part of a movement that is trying to make sure that life on Earth is protected for all future generations, for its intrinsic value and not just for commercial gain.